Welcome to part 2 of this Football Manager 2020 experiment, where I'm taking a look at a World League database that someone has put together for FM20. If you missed part 1, make sure you go and check it out first. But just like in part 1, I have put the link to the database in the video description below, so you can play on this database yourself if you so wish. So in part 1, we did take a look at that first season, the 2019-20 season. Since then, I have simulated 4 more seasons until the end of the 2023-24 season. But we're going to take a look at each individual season. The first 3, I'll just look at the top couple of levels. And then finally, we'll look at that last season in a bit more detail. So as you can see, Group A, or League A, in the top flight. So there's 2 levels to this, remember? Well, in the top flight, there's 2 different divisions. So there's League A, League B. The top 4 from each go into a Champions playoff, and there's also relegation playoffs. Atletico Madrid, Man City, Zebra or Juventus, and AC Milan qualified. Surprisingly, Man United missed out because they did very well last time, didn't they? Barcelona missing out as well. And then League B was won by Chelsea, with PSG, Real Madrid and Arsenal also breaking into that Champions playoff. So this is the result of the Champions playoff. Chelsea managed to win it in the end, 2 points ahead of Atletico Madrid. So 2 English teams have dominated. Liverpool didn't even make it into the Champions playoff this season. That's quite interesting. They finished 5th, just behind Arsenal, who did well to qualify. 6 teams went down this time. I think there was a few more last time, because remember there's the relegation playoffs and they compete against teams from the level below. Because the Aubameyang, joint top goal scorer of Mbappe in League B, and in League A, Piatek for Milan with 21 goals. Messi, top of the average ratings. No surprise there, I suppose. We'll also take a look at the second tier. So League 1 is split into various levels. So you've got A, B, C, D. Norwich have done really well to get up to the top flight as champions. That is very impressive. Going up with Torino from League 1A. Then League 1B, you've got Sampdoria and Frankfurt getting promoted. In C, we have Brazilian team. They don't have the real name, so I always forget. This is Sao Paulo, isn't it? So they've got promoted. Now remember, there's the relegation playoffs in this level as well, which is why Parma have been relegated, but Hertha Berlin have survived. So that's quite interesting. We've then got D, which was won by Bournemouth going up as champions. So that's the top 2 flights. So I'm just going to take a look at the top 2 flights in the next 2 seasons as well. And then in the final season, as I said, we'll look at all the other divisions in a bit more detail. So here we go then. 3rd season overall, 2nd in today's part. We've seen Barcelona win their titles. Atletico Madrid did win the title twice in League A, remember. And then, of course, they didn't manage to go on and win the Champions playoff. Man City, Man United and Milan also promoted into that Champions playoff thing. Bournemouth and Norwich 9 points. It was just a step too far for them taking on these European giants, and they really did flop, didn't they? But they did well to get up to this level, I suppose. And then League B, won by Real Madrid, with Liverpool, Roma and Arsenal also going through to that Champions playoff. I think PSG keep missing out, don't they? And Chelsea, who won it last year, they've missed out as well. So the Champions playoff, Barcelona went on to win it, finishing 2 points ahead of Liverpool. That's good. We've had a few different winners there. I know that's League B. This is a bit confusing. I'm not sure where the history of this is kept, because the Champions playoff, of course, is a little bit different. So you have to ignore this. But yeah, Barcelona doing well. Liverpool, Real Madrid, Milan, Roma all the way at the bottom there. But I suppose they did well to get through to the final 8, didn't they? And then we've got the relegation playoffs. So I'll just show you the results here. And then we'll skip down to the next tier. But Mbappe and Eden Hazard, top goal scorer in League B. And then League A, Griezmann and Silva. No one's really running away with the goals, are they? But it's tough, because there's some really world-class talent coming up against each other at this level, of course. So it's harder to score numerous goals when there's less weak teams at this level, I suppose. We go down a level then to League 1A, Hoffenheim and Marseille getting promoted. Then we've got B, which was won by another Brazilian team. Can't remember which this one is. I should really put the real Brazilian names in, to be honest. We've then got C, which was won by Fiorentina, getting promoted. And then D, Wolves and Porto getting promoted. There's a few real-life Premier League teams stuck in this division. Newcastle, Villa, Burnley, West Ham. Norwich did really well to go up, didn't they, considering the competition. that they had. Moving on then to the 2022-23 season, Milan, Man United, Atletico Madrid and Barcelona went through to the Champions playoff from League A this time around. So a few English teams missing out, Man City, Spurs, PSG missing out again. And then in League B, Bayern Munich finally going through with Napoli, Real Madrid and Arsenal. And then the winners were in fact Bayern Munich in the end, finishing 2 points ahead of Milan. So we've had 4 different winners now. So that's good. I like this. It's not completely dominated by one team. Of course, in real life, we've got Juventus dominating in Italy, Bayern Munich dominating in Germany, and it can be a little bit boring. But this league, I like it. The world has come together like it should do, and we've created a really, really impressive league. It wouldn't work in principle because all these teams are based around all over the place, and of course, there's all this talk about reducing the number of flights we do. This wouldn't help, would it? But it's interesting that the world has come together and created a lovely football pyramid. Anyway, let's go down to the next division, which is League 1A, which was won by Villarreal, getting promoted. So well done to them. League 1B, won by Schalke. Going up, you can see the teams getting relegated as well. Shout out your team, let me know how they're getting on. And then Borussia Mönchengladbach, it's always a mouthful, isn't it? Going up with Augsburg. It's 2 German teams going up there. And then lastly, League 1D, Lille and another Brazilian team getting promoted. I think they're Brazilian. So we move on to the last season then, the 2023-24 season. We're going to have a look at all the leagues, so bear with me. We're also going to have a look at the Champions Leagues and all of that other jazz, all the cup competitions that were created in this database. It is a really good database. I like it. So if you like these sorts of things, then download it and check it out yourself. So Man City, Juventus, Barcelona and Man United qualified for the Champions playoff in this final season. I think there's been a few teams yo-yoing up and down between the top tier and the second tier. League B then, Real Madrid, Bayern, Arsenal and Chelsea qualified. I don't think we've seen any surprise teams getting relegated so far. Correct me if I'm wrong. Real Madrid have managed to win it this time, so I think that's a 5th new winner, isn't it? Let's just have a quick look. So this is just League B. I'm not sure how to just look at the Champions playoff. So if we go to there, it's still showing that, isn't it? So let's just go back in time and have a look. So Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. That's really good. I'm impressed. I'm pleased that there's been 5 different winners and there's not been a dominant team. I will look at some of the key teams now actually, just to see who's in charge. Real Madrid, Gasperini in charge. 4.5-star worldwide reputation. This is the current squad that they have. So they have Salah. You have noticed there, they've still got Courtois. I won't shout everyone out, but they do have Lukaku, interestingly. 10 goals this season. Gabriel Jesus as well. 26 goals. Salah 26 goals. 32 years old now. He's obviously banging them in. And then we've got Bayern Munich. Let's have a quick look at their squad. There you go. Lewandowski's still playing at the age of 35. Man City. So what happened to Guardiola then, do you think? He was sacked in 2022. He's now in charge of Arsenal of all teams. Interesting. Barcelona. Jurgen Klopp is in charge. So he left Liverpool in 2021 and has been in charge of Barcelona ever since. That's pretty interesting. He's still got Messi at the age of 36. Leon Bailey, Everton, Griezmann still there. Signed Sane, Allen, Artur still there. Decent looking squad. Man United, Solskjaer is still in charge. He's done quite well, to be fair. That's their current squad. Still got Martial in there. Ousmane Dembele. I think we saw him move before. Jadon Sancho is signed. Signed him for £61 million. Tielemans moved from Leicester. Actually moved to Barcelona, then to Napoli, and then to Man United. Moved around a hell of a lot, but isn't really being played, which is a bit of a shame for him. Juventus, Inzaghi in charge. I presume Ronaldo has retired. Let's just have a quick look. No, he hasn't. He's 39. He's still playing for them. Not so many games this season, but he's done well, hasn't he? He's obviously lost his physicality. His pace has gone completely. 197 caps for his country. Chelsea, lastly, the other team to make it into the Champions playoff this year. That's their current squad. Still got Kepa, but there's obviously regens by this point because we're 5 years into the future, of course. Anyway, let's go down the divisions and have a look to see what's going on. So this is League 1A. 2 Brazilian teams going up. Corinthians going up. Santos, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Teams getting relegated. Bournemouth close to getting promoted again. League 1B. Sevilla getting promoted. Then watch out for the names here as well. You might see an intriguing player featuring. So let me know if you spot anyone that of interest. Everton going down this year. Rennes going up. And League 1D. Newcastle and West Ham promoted. Who's in charge of Newcastle these days then? So Klaupool is in charge, and West Ham have Oleg Protasov, Ukrainian. Interesting. Okay, let's go down the leagues then. You can see the recent winners as well on the right hand side. I won't go into too much detail for all of the other divisions, but you can see he's going up and down. Shout out your team if you see them doing well, see them getting promoted. Maybe you've seen the team, one of your teams win it. On the right hand side here, then we've got the League 2B, Hertha Berlin going up. 2 German teams going up. The German teams seem to be doing quite well. Watford relegated. Group C, we've got Mallorca going up. And then D, LA Galaxy getting promoted. That's pretty impressive for an American team, I think, going up to the 2nd tier. I mean, it could really readjust world football completely. You know, an American team competing at this level will get money. A Scottish teams, for example, they'll be able to get money and maybe compete with English teams. Yeah, I like it. I do like this idea. It would never work in real life, but it's still an intriguing idea. I'll just blabber away as I scroll down. Another American team, New York City, getting promoted from League 2 as well. Derby County going up. League 2H, Mainz going up. Swansea going down. Seattle quite high up there. Then we're down to the 3rd tier. Sheffield United promoted, so that's a real life Premier League team all the way down here getting promoted up to the 2nd tier. Then League 3B, Wigan going up. Then we've got C. Oh, it's annoying having to click on this all the time. Automatically goes to the playoffs, which is a little bit frustrating. I'd rather it just go to the league table so I can just skip down without having to click so many times. There might be a workaround there and I've not worked it out, but yeah, either way, it's irritating me. We don't really learn much from this experiment, I grant you, and it's not necessarily the most exciting or surprising experiment, but I like to show off these databases. As I said in part 1, if you've created a database or you've spotted a database that you like and you'd like me to make a video or 2 on it, then let me know. I'm still undecided as to what my next save will be. I know I've just not been in the mood to play it properly. I don't know why. I've just not. There's nothing that has grabbed me. I know I released a video when the game was released, asking for suggestions for a save file. Nothing's grabbed me, and I don't know why. It's a bit frustrating. We're down to the bottom league, by the way, now, the FIFA league. No, we're not. We're in 4. There's so many leagues. It's crazy. I love how there's just so many interesting. I would say random, that's a bit harsh though, but just teams from unexpected nations popping up. And you've got teams that will be finishing bottom of these leagues, aren't doing very well. When we get to the bottom tier, you'll see some very low points, I'm sure. We'll keep going. I do like the relegation playoff, but it feels a bit cruel for like the 15th team to go down and the 16th team to survive, doesn't it? It seems to be... Well, no one's relegated from this particular division because they both survived, I suppose, in the playoff. And once again, the second from bottom team getting relegated instead of the bottom team. Cool, how do you say that? Eskişehirspor. I assume they're Turkish. Blackpool going up from League 4L. That's not bad. Not bad. We keep going. We're down to M. Bottom 2 teams going down from that one. Good to see. No teams going down from this one. See, the relegation playoff, it's so interesting seeing certain teams go down and other teams survive. Down to P. And now we're down to the bottom league. I mean, look at the playoffs. There's so many games to be played in the playoffs. So the bottom team, 9 points. Watch out. We've got teams getting 104 points and teams getting 9 points in the bottom level. It's amazing. We've then got Osaka getting 100 points, but Elman only getting 6. Then in League C, I swear East Bengal, I keep seeing them. I think it's because they're featured in the playoffs from the division above and this division, so they've gone up as champions. Malakia going down with 0 points. Yeah, here they are, see? East Bengal promotion playoff. So that's why they keep featuring, because it's, this level against the level above. We've then got League D, only 4 points again, no wins for the bottom team. League E, 3 points, minus 108 goal difference. Disastrous performance from them. League F, once again 3 points, but they did win a game. Benfica, MAC. Gangwon going up, great name, love it. And then Group G, unbeaten, 108 points, well done to Chindia Tagovist, something like that anyway. And League H, Mjøndalen going up as champions, with Barrios Unidos getting relegated at the bottom. And then we're going down into the interesting cup competitions that feature. By the way, there's actually real players featuring at this level. He's good. He's actually really good. I'm not surprised he scored so many goals at this level. I imagine he's just outstanding compared to the opposition players in this bottom division. Okay, so the FIFA World Cup then, or Club Cup. So we did see winners. The final seems to be later on, although it's not happened every season, has it? There wasn't a winner in 20 and there wasn't a winner in 2022. It's almost like the final didn't take place because it had run out of time for the season. So this competition seems to be a little bit broken, to be honest. But Milan won the final anyway, 3-0. And then we've got the FIFA Champions League, which has basically replaced the European Champions League. I think it's just the top two sort of levels of the footballing pyramid that qualify for this. But you can see the winners. Real Madrid have won it twice, Liverpool once, Barcelona once, and Juventus once, with PSG reaching 2 finals. Most recent final, Zebra, Juventus beating Chelsea 3-1. Disastrous defensive display from Chelsea. What is going on there? Moving down to the FIFA Premier League Cup, so just the 2 top divisions taking part. 5 different winners: Atletico Madrid, Arsenal, Lyon, Man City and Milan. That's good to see. Nice spread of winners there. And we'll just go down and have a look at the other ones as well. So that's the FIFA League 1 Cup winners, 5 different winners as well. Then League 2, once again 5 different winners. I think it's of all of them. Luton and Sunderland have won this one, and Orlando Pirates. That's great to see. And then League 4 Cup, once again 5 different winners. And the FIFA World League Cup, once again 5 different winners. And then you've got the Forgotten Clubs Cup, which is all the teams below that level. And then I think we're into the under-23s competition, which doesn't seem to be taking place every year as well. That might be a little bit broken, maybe. Arsenal under-23s a couple of times. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be working particularly well, but I'll just quickly go down. I remember there was millions of different leagues, wasn't there? Yeah, 50 groups? We'll find out in a second. Keep going. Anyway, thank you for watching this. I'm going to take a look at sort of the World Player of the Year awards before we end it. Is there anything else to look at? I suppose World Cup, can have a look at that. It's not particularly relevant, but it might have been impacted upon. I mean, some of these lesser known teams may be able to produce better talent as a result of being able to get more money, and they might be able to grow their respective nations as well. I don't know. There's different things that could happen, I suppose. So let's have a look at the World Cup. England, the most recent winners, beating Brazil in the final. Well, Golden Ball. We've seen Ronaldo win it the first time. Mbappe, Bernardo Silva, Eden Hazard, and Salah, most recently at the age of 31, managed to pick it up with Harry Kane second. Probably similar story for Footballer of the Year by the looks of it. Yep. Well, Player of the Year, also very similar. And under 21 Footballer of the Year, Troy Parrott has managed to win it 3 times in a row. Impressive. Where am I going? Going all over the place. World Team of the Year, I'll just quickly go through and have a look at these. You can pause the video if you want to have a look at it in a bit more detail. Man City dominating that year. And Real Madrid featuring heavily. PSG featuring heavily. And that's the combination of all the seasons so far. Oh, transfers. What's been going on? There's not... there's a big transfer. Not really, really big. But Man City have signed Fiat Arp, a German, for a lot of money. Dani Olmo going for a fair bit as well. Let's take a look at a few of the club statistics then. So there's a few teams with a 4.5 star worldwide reputation here. Quite a few, in fact. But according to the list, Real Madrid is top with Juventus and Barcelona next. Highest attendance. What's this then? So Barcelona at the top, almost 100,000 with Real Madrid and Inter. Interesting. Financially, biggest turnover, Man City, 836 million. There's a lot of money flying around here, isn't there? Let's just scroll down. So even the teams sort of further down, Sunderland, Burnley. I mean, look at the turnover of these smaller teams in lower divisions. So there's a huge amount of money. So it could be an interesting challenge managing lower down, because you would still get a fair bit of money to spend. And if you spend it wisely, then you can make your way up the divisions fairly comfortably, I would say. Nation rankings, Brazil at the top. Guess no surprise there. Guess we'll end it there. I'm not sure there's really anything else to show. But thank you for watching this. I hope those of you that have downloaded it find this database enjoyable. It's been interesting. No real shocks during this experiment, but I've enjoyed simulating a few seasons on this World League database. Until next time, enjoy FM20. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.